This starts off with 16 2.5-inch squares that are cut into triangles, and they're cut this way. I just fold them in half. Like that. You can press them, but it may leave too much of a permanent line, so I just hand press them over and go from one corner to the other, like so. Waste, unfortunately, and that gives us the triangle. And the next part is to make the sides for the triangles. These are 1.5 by 2.5 inches, and we do them this way. We mark 3/8 and take it down to the corner. And cut. Another bit of waste, unfortunately. Now these go on either side of this, like this, to create a square again. You have to make sure they're that way, not going at any strange angle. They've got to choose the steepest side of the triangle and place these so they create a straight line on the top. And then we sew those down the side. Sew one side and then the other, which I'll do now, and then I'll show how to cut them. There, that's one side done. Now we'll do the other. It more or less fits. This is the same size as that edge there, so it's pretty easy to do. I'll just do this now. There, that's done. Now we trim it down to 2 inches. We leave our seam allowance at the top. Quarter of an inch. Do it to 2 at the bottom. I can now use this edge as a guide, make sure it's straight. I put the 1 inch mark down the middle. And do it on 2 inches on this side. It's just about right. Sometimes they work out just right, sometimes it's a little bit over. But that's it. Another little pointy bit done. So that's the 4 pieces. As I say, there are 16 of these all together. So I'll get on with that. There, we put, next use these 2 inch squares to fill in the space around it. 4 of those. And then we sew those 3 together, those 3, and then those 3, and then sew them that way. So we've got the first, well, quarter of it now, which is pretty good. Okay, that's one done, and I've got one over at the machine ready to finish. That's 2, and this is 3 and 4 here, ready for completion. They look sort of cute, I think. And then there's the surrounds for those, and the centre. And then next, we need 13 mixed 2 inch squares, and that is for the centre to go there and there. So this is where our 13 2-inch squares come in. We sew that to that, that to that, and then we sew this side, and then we sew each of those to the centerpiece, and we're done. Right, that's it. That's Starlets. Of course, young actresses on their way up are called Starlets, and there's a brand of, or there was a brand of budget cosmetics from Woolworths called Starlets. But this is my Starlets. Well, on to the next one, as I seem to always say. I've been fiddling with one thing, a little corner block. So we'll see what I can do with that. Still trying to use up my scraps. I have so many of them. And you can really do a lot with that. It doesn't take much to make a rather large block with just little pieces. I have a lot of 2-inch and 2.5-inch scraps. Most of these started off as 2.5, they end up at 2, but it gives a bit of a leeway with it. And I think, well, it comes out as quite a big block in the end with it. It's pretty good. I appreciate you taking the time to watch my videos, and if you like it, or if you like any of my videos, please subscribe. I would really appreciate it. Thank you.